Welcome back, viewers. Just having a quick look in the second-hand bin there. But it's time for us to get some production happening, which I'm very happy about. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to buy ourselves a windmill. This is a cool new mod. It does both flour production from the 4 different types of grain, plus does the 3 types of oil for the cheap price of $23,000. So we'll place this. And maybe we can whack some of that canola and get some oil and put that oats in here and get some flour, and barley in particular, which is worth $900 a tonne. We can increase that to $2,000 if we turn it into flour. So there's our cool windmill. Just landscape that a little, not landscape, but just colour it a little bit around the outside here, make it look a bit cooler. A bit more room around it. Seems to match. Looks a bit better. Bit of a slope there, but I'm not going to play around with the landscaping because that can end in disaster. There you go, that's good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So I'm pretty sure we've got barley here in this at the moment. So I'll pick up the rest of the barley, or some more barley. Go over and whack it in the windmill and get some production now. Yeah, that's what we need. Make some big money, get this farm working. Come on, Ranger, get up there, pick up this barley. As you can see, this is the field, as I've mentioned before, it's been joined together. It's a bit larger now, so gives us an opportunity to get more produce and use bigger equipment if we can afford some. Seeders are very expensive. I think the cheapest one's about 104,000 if I remember rightly. And you always look for a direct drill that seeds and fertilises if you can, just to save time. I think 6 metres wide for 104. I'd like a 9 metre one, but once again that's a bit dearer again. And again, the amount of times you seed, you could probably lease one. It'd be interesting to see if these tractors at this low horsepower can pull them. That's what I'm interested in. Don't know how that's going to work out. But maybe it's best to lease one to see if this tractor will pull it. So rated at 210, and this tractor's a fair bit short of that. But they're great cheap starter tractors, as I've mentioned before. So I'll just stop here and we'll get a bit more barley in here. Okay, so here we are. Took me a while to figure this out. Sort of thought the trailer wasn't working. But you had to get out and open up the grate, which is cool. Makes it even more a bit realistic. Head back over. Looks like these fields are coming along nicely. turning into flour. Get that pallet warehouse filled up. One of them, fill it up and wait till the right times of year to sell things. It's a very important thing in this game. Unless you need quick cash, try to keep your stuff until it tells you now with the graphs and that. The easiest, the best time to sell things and the best place to sell them. You sort of give a bit of that. I'm not quite perfect at it. I know one thing for sure. Eggs are in November. It's about all I've figured out so far. I think it might be also, I think lettuce might be January. But yeah, I do know for sure that woolen clothes are in April and fabric. So I've figured a few of them out. So we're almost done here. Yeah. Gotta love that trailer. And down into the main farmyard. Whoops. No. I made sure they put a little pallet fork on the left there too, just to make you steer wide near the fence. So I've got some lettuce on here. Take that over to our new pallet warehouse, which was constructed overnight. So we now have the opportunity to start to get this little farm working to its potential. Still haven't gone down the animal path much yet. The pigs were added in. They're cool. Not too many of them at the moment, but cows and sheep, we need to set ourselves up so we're not chasing our tails once we get them. Try to get a little bit ahead on the food and that. Coolest little thing ever. Holds something like 2 million litres of various pallets. It's as easy as pulling up there and they'll just unload into it. Getting them out's a little bit more difficult. There's a specific trailer that comes with the mod, with the pack, that you really need to use, or there's a semi-trailer, but I found, yeah, I don't think they'll go back onto this trailer. Not 100%, but I do know they will go onto the smaller one. Okay, so there's our lettuce dropped off. Hopefully we'll get up to where we can sell some stuff soon, make some money. Come in the back way. Grab our eggs. I also think that this, when things are stored in that pallet warehouse, I recently saw some information on the pallet limit. I think it was only 75 on PS4, which I'm on. Might have been 50, now it's up to 75. But the thing is, I think this hides them from the pallet count, so that you can have a lot more pallets in there without it. Sort of your production stops until you sell those pallets. It doesn't actually, it keeps producing, and then a lot of pallets will appear at once, but yeah, they sit within wherever they come from, whether it be the chicken pen or the factory or whatever. So this is a way of sort of hiding the amount of pallets you've got from the game, which works out okay. You can get more, because there's nothing worse than you try to sell your stuff at the right time, and if you've got a lot of production chains going, you know, you can have quite a few pallets, and then yeah, you just end up with too many. But this apparently, we'll find out, see if it happens to us once we get to that situation, but apparently this will get around that, which is, a lot of people have been hanging out on that, so yeah, that's great. Got a little bit more there to pick up. Sometimes it can be a bit time consuming, but I'll tell you what, it's a lot better than using a forklift. I used to struggle with that. If you've seen any of my early episodes, check out a bit of Meanwhile at the trailer park and watch me load up the wheat, the lettuce and the wool on that. You'll see what I mean. I'm absolutely dreadful at it. Not so much picking them up, it's getting them on the trailer straight. I used to take some pretty wild loads on the trailer down to the sale point. Lucky there was straps, because they wouldn't have stayed on otherwise. They were on the left, on the right, on upside down, on up sideways, yeah. Now, look at that. Looks like they've been packed by a pro. So there's a good whack of eggs on here, so this will be pretty good. Drop it in. It's nice and close to our flour and oil mill. So I'll just probably run them over from there. So they're unloading presently. Hopefully we'll be doing a lot of this shortly, with lots of pallets of different varieties, and making plenty of money, and yeah, get some animals, get this farm really work, make some good money. Okay, so here we are getting the last of the harvest off field 6. Go back over, we've got, so that's all our oats in now. That was working while I was doing the pallet stuff. Then we'll go over and start on the canola on the new field. Anyway, that's the end of another episode. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next episode.